Hi guys, happy Saturday. It's really late. It's coming down. I just went and had some lunch with my mom. They came from Sacramento to come and her and my dad to come and see me to make sure that I was okay. My stepdad. And I was sitting there and they went to Mexico to go visit a family member. And I was sitting there, we were having lunch and we were eating, and my mom brought up a really good point. The person that they went to go visit is suffering from cancer and AIDS. And Dallas, she she was great because nobody wants to have AIDS, right? So I have a little bit of a background on conditions, on diagnoses, because my major is nursing. That's what I've been doing for a long time now, and that's why I do what I do, because I couldn't continue going to school because I had to work, and college was not paying for my bills, and well, that's why when I found my home caregiving again, I said, okay, great, let me do this again. So I continued to do that. Hey, come here, listen. And but when she said that the person had HIV, I saw her face, and it was really a face of disgust. And it's okay because there's a bad stigma about HIV, AIDS. So it brought this to my attention. Hang on, because I'm holding the phone up. I'm sitting out here. Okay, great. It brought an incident that I came across with a home care provider. Okay, my father had diabetes. So I was aware of metmorphin, which is for diabetes, patches, high blood pressure medication. He had quite a few other conditions. But this particular lady that came across me was very upset and angry. And she had been that way for over 2 years. Okay? She had not worked for over 2 years. Come here, Patches. Come here, baby. She had not worked for over 2 years because she worked for a particular lady. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's going to work. She worked for a particular lady for, let me see, my son just brought me my little tripod. Uh-oh. Okay, that's cool. All right, great. All right. Wow, you did great. She had been working for this particular lady for 3 years. Now, she was fine. Every time she took her to the doctor, she was fine. The provider stayed outside. The recipient went inside to see the doctor. And on one occasion, for some reason, the recipient forgot, or I don't know what the case was, that the provider went inside with her to the doctor. And while she sat there, the doctor started asking the patient all kinds of questions, and how are you doing, and yada, 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 all the questions that the doctor asks. And it was basically over. It was over. Right after that, it was over, because she found out that her patient had AIDS. For 3 years, she took care of this woman. 3 years, you guys. Now that puts it makes my skin, it gives me, thank you. It gives me goosebumps, because like I said, there's a big, the reason I have goosebumps is not because the woman had AIDS. It wasn't because the woman was taking care of her, her provider. It gives me goosebumps because it made me realize, Patches, come here, come here. It made me realize that, can you shut him up? Put him in the back. He's not listening. It made me realize that how this woman was feeling. So when this woman found out that her patient that she'd been taking care of for 3 years had this particular condition, she stopped working. Now that's what I told my mother. HIV is an immune deficiency. It attacks your immune, it's a disease. It attacks your acquired immune deficiency syndrome is what it is. It attacks, it's still a disease, but it attacks mainly your immune system. Mama! It attacks your immune system. A simple cold, a simple flu can kill you because your immune system is down. And this woman had worked for her for 3 years, and when she found out that her patient had HIV, she now went back and had to think, oh my God, did I touch her? Did I come across her blood? Did I come across her saliva? Because she didn't have any sexual intercourse with her, right? But do you see what I'm talking about? She had to go back and she had to track every step for the past 3 years. Okay, fine. She can literally go to the doctor and get checked, which is what she did. Her results came out good. She was negatives, but now that was the physical aspect. Now she had to deal with the psychological aspect. Now she didn't want to work. Now she was afraid. This woman that she trusted for 3 years, all of a sudden, and now it's been 2 years. She hasn't worked. She's distraught. She can't focus. She can't think. And I'm sitting there and I'm telling my mom, you know what, Mom? I go, I understand the stigma that people have about AIDS. I go, let me explain to you a little bit, because part of the reason that people don't understand that about AIDS is because they have no education. They don't know where it's coming from. So I'm just going to give you a little bit, Mom. And I told her. So when I come into a home, when I'm being interviewed, I ask questions. Oh, well, what's wrong with you? You know, how come you can't do this or can't do that? I mean, some of it is some of it you can see, some of it you can't see. So it doesn't state anywhere that home care providers are supposed to know what the condition of a patient is. And this is where I said, titled, the video, Knowing Your Recipient's Condition. You have to be smart enough as a person that's taking care of someone, to go in and know what is wrong with them. You have full access. They give you full access. Basically, they trust you. You can't break that trust, but you also have to protect yourself. This was a couple of years ago. I haven't come across her anymore, but she was in the process of suing the county. At least that's what she told me. I didn't see any paperwork. Her mind was just gone. It was just gone. Because she was worried. She had a daughter. She had a husband. She would take care of this woman, finish taking care of her, and then go home and take care of her family. And for 3 years, she did that. And then all of a sudden, she had to go back. And do you guys understand what I'm trying to say about the psychological effect? So my suggestion to you is, now, when I come into a home, I don't care whose home it is, especially if I'm going to work, I come in, I set my things down, and the very first thing I do all the time is wash my hands. I wash my hands. And then I tell them, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm washing my hands. Give me 1 second. I wash my hands, and then I go sit down, or then I go start doing what I have to do. If I touch my hair, I wash my hands. If I scratch my nose, if anything that I'm going to use my hands to take care of the person that I'm taking care of. If I feel that it's necessary for me to wash my hands, I'm going to wash my hands. When you go to the hospital, when a person comes into your room and you're sick in the hospital, and I've told this to my mom, and she was in the hospital at one point, and I said to her, Mom, do not let the doctors touch you before they wash their hands. Do not let the nurses touch you before they wash their hands. And she said, but why? They're clean. No, Mom. 10% of the diseases that are being spread, 10% of the diseases in a hospital are spread because they don't wash their hands. They go from one patient to the next patient to the next patient to the next patient.
And then they do this. But the reason I tell you to turn it around is because if they turn it around, it'll look like
Okay, wait.
that.
So, so when the nurse came in, she told my mom, said, and the nurse came to touch her. My mom backed up, and the nurse looked at her, said, "Are you okay?" And my mom says, Aren't you going to wash your hands?" And the nurse went and she washed her hands. Okay, the nurse is the nurse, right? But then the doctor came in. It was priceless. My mom said, I had never seen a doctor so angry. Why would he be angry? That's his job. That's what he's supposed to do. And it's been a proven fact that the diseases are passed on. So next thing you know, you're in room 18, and the room before you is room 17. Well, the nurse goes into room 16, touches that person, goes into room 17, touches that person, and gives that 17 the disease that 16 has. So when they get to you, now they come and touch you. They haven't washed their hands. Now you got the disease that's 16, 17, and now you have their disease. And if they go to 19 and they don't wash their hands, guess what? 19 gets 16, 17, 19, 16, 17, and 18. And it's so simple. Just wash your hands. So every time I come into work in anybody's house, and if there's a dish there, well, the hell with it. I'm just gonna wash the dish. I'm washing my hands already. Let me just wash the dish while I'm here. And that's sometimes it works out even better. But regardless of the fact, we wash our hands. So I'm sitting there having lunch with my mom and my dad, my stepdad, and it dawned on me. I said, and I looked at my mom, and she says, "What's wrong?" I go, "Mom, this is a great video. This is a great video." She goes, "You're gonna do a video looking like that?" I'm like, "I don't care." So I wanted to tell you guys, be aware of the condition that your consumers have. Now, I'm not expecting you guys to be rocket scientists. Get a piece of paper, write it down, go home and do your research. Go home and figure out, what is this. I didn't know myasthenia gravis is what my lady has, and there's medicine for that. So I'm getting her up to getting that medicine. But I had to educate myself on what myasthenia gravis is now. And it's basically a debilitation of the muscles. Like I said in my previous video, now I know more. Now I know more. I never came across that. Now I know more. And my next patient is going to have knee surgery, and I'm going to have to be there like 24/7. But it's okay because I love my people. And I'm probably going to have to eliminate a couple of them. And by the way, I have a lady that lives here in Long Beach and has 160 hours, and she needs a home care provider. So if anybody's out there that needs somebody, let me know. I know who to contact. But the whole point is for you to educate yourself on the condition of your consumer. I don't want you guys to be stuck somewhere and come across the same dilemma that the lady did, because it's mind boggling. Excuse me. And they're not going to, they cannot disclose to us, the county cannot disclose to us the condition that the recipient has. They will not tell you, because all they look at us, which is why they're fighting for us to have rights. All they look at us, all we are in our government, we're just numbers. We're numbers. All they see is the money that's going for this place to that place. So, just to wrap this up, please be aware of the condition that your consumer has. Educate yourself on what they're dealing with so you can help them more. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to say, I'll make more videos like that. I know you guys, if you guys want timesheet videos, I'm still trying to get some of the things arranged with my father that just passed away. And then, yeah, let me know what I can do to help you. Comment, like, subscribe, share it with someone. There's no point in me having all this knowledge if I can't share it with you guys and you guys with somebody else. We're supposed to educate ourselves and just keep going, keep going. And if I think of something else, then I'll do another video and I'll just keep going. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think. Let me know and give me any suggestions on what kind of videos you guys would like. If I know, then I'll do it. Today I took the day off. I'm just home and I'm resting. And I was sitting out here in my beautiful yard that my son has to pick up all the poop from all the dogs, and that's what I'm doing. So enjoy the rest of your day. Have a beautiful Sunday. Get ready for work on Monday if that's what you do. But just remember what I told you guys. Keep it in mind because it's very important. It's your health. And like I mentioned to one of the ladies I used to work for, she snapped her fingers, she applauded, and she yelled my name. And I said to her at the end of when I was done my my hours, I said to her, I love you. I care about you. I understand you're going through problems right now, but I am an employee of the state. And before I'm an employee, I'm a person. And yes, you're my boss. But before you are my boss, I'm a person. And if you cannot respect me as a person, then I cannot work for you. Because all you had to do was whistle, and I would have been a bona fide dog. And I am not a dog. So please, with all respect, let it be the first time and let it be the last time that you ever do that to me because I will leave. I have the right to quit just like you have the right to fire me. And I expect respect. So remember, we're human beings and we have to work and we have to come home and we have to take care of our family, even though they're just dogs, but we still have to be here for them. Okay, have a good day. Have a good evening. God bless you guys. Thank you, everybody, for the support. And I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye.